Letters of John Nelson Darby, Volume 2, Letter 569-243E, of 1031. p. 375. Dearest C. McAdam, I hardly know when I shall get away. I thought only to visit here, the States, and then New Zealand, being my object, but, arriving, under God's hand I doubt not, work was called for. Stray sheep, there had been no looking after; persons, too, with no hold on brethren in England, and unable to get any, are apt to come over and set up to minister here and make confusion, when laboring with their hands would be much better. However, the brethren here have felt the case of a good many scattered ones, and are setting about to look after them, so I trust all will be well. Revival work had left many stranded that, save by the regular operation of grace, now will never be regathered. They may be individually. The notion of work as pressed by Moody, etc., I believe to be a most mischievous one. That they who are called to it should work devotedly is all clear, that if any one knows to do good, and does not do it, it is sin, is equally clear. We have all to serve. But people are set to work, when they ought, as newborn babes, to be receiving milk for themselves. The consequence is that they are full of themselves, light in their way of working, and Christ's name is dishonored. In the States generally they have no idea of getting peace but by working, and where sincere in this case dare not stop, with the rest it is a flighty self-sufficient forwardness. The revival work with everybody has 9/10 of it everywhere come to nothing. In one place I know where 200 or 300 were added to the so-called churches, they do not know what to do with them, they are going on in such a way, and mothers, who had mourned over their children being passed by, rejoicing that they made no profession at the season of supposed blessing, just the same where brethren have had to say to it. Some, no doubt, were converted, but there is a levity in it which is not Christianity. Working is all right when it is with Christ, and serious, when a person is led of the Spirit of God to it, but setting to work is another thing. The whole tone of Christianity suffers by it. I have said to them, I have worked unceasingly 49 years. I was set to it as positive ministry 4 years before, I preached nothing but Christ, and had not peace, and had no business to be in any public ministry. The whole system is a mischievous mistake, it has in the States done immense mischief. Devotedness and unworldliness, I believe to be of the last moment, and that especially in these days. But Martha's running to Jesus was not what Mary's state was, who waited till she was called. God makes all things work together for good, and will this. Still we have to discern the true character of things by the Holy Ghost and the Word. Christians who are not content with Christ's approbation may throw themselves into this activity to keep things going, and it may be a trial to some to be in the shade, but Christ's approbation is worth it all. A loose course may more easily gather those that are loose, but they are always connected with the camp, out of which God calls. As to myself, at my age, I shall hardly return to America, and I may feel anxious to see all I ought to see before I leave. If this carries me into winter, that is, beyond October, I shall hardly, if there be no positive duty, cross the Atlantic till winter storms are over. The earnest care of souls is greatly to be looked for. In the cases I have spoken of, some might have been saved thus from wandering or worldliness. In general there is blessing and an open door, it is the care of the gathered that lacks. But the joining churches, so-called, has in no way done the work, only maintained them in the greatest inconsistency of profession. Affectionately yours in the Lord. Toronto, August 20, 1876. 52243E.